Hey everyone, bloodmako here, and this is my video for the new chapter part 2, I think chapter 4 part 2, right, Battle with the Immaculate. So it's basically Omega West, and this fight he just basically loves to spam HP attacks. So if you're not running Vincent, if you're not trying to go for the ticket, or if you're just using someone other than Vincent, right? Maybe even Reno might be a good choice because this is his showcase anyway. So I will recommend that you actually bring, if you're not running any one of those characters, then I recommend you bring a tank, someone like Zack, so that you know, he has his Force Echo, so he can just tank for the whole party. You don't have to worry about dying. If you're running Reno, then yeah, he works as well. You just have to make sure that every time the boss does that, you know, the red aura move, I forget what it's called, something shell. You just want to make sure that pyramid is up so that you don't take any damage. Alternatively, if you're not running Reno or any tank like myself, then one way to rely one mechanic to rely on is actually Aerith's burst effect. He only triggers once, so it only blocks one of his move. And for the other two moves, I actually use freeze from Setzer, his freeze joker, and I also brought Raijin to block his other moves, like his one other move, in case I'm not able to put Setzer's freeze up, because Setzer has 3 freeze and the boss has 3 moves. So if I time it right, I technically am able to just use one call as a defensive call. But I like to play a bit more safe. I like to bring Raijin, which you see right here. There was, I think, one turn where the boss actually did its move, and I only had Raijin's call up. Granted, I could have put that move, the Setzer call, on then, but yeah, I just wanted to you know, I didn't want to waste that 2 turns of Raijin call, because honestly I have no idea why. It would have been safer to just put the freeze joker on. Alternatively, you don't even need to bring Raijin, because technically you already have Aerith's burst, so you can block 4 turns if the timing is right. But I just wanted to play safe. I didn't want to do this fight again, because I reached to that 1% and then I think there was only 2 turns of freeze joker on and 1 turn of Aerith's, and it just so happened that I triggered the force time. Not sure exactly why I decided to restart there, because force time, the only annoying thing about force time is that he applies flames, I think flames on everyone. It's a debuff with no duration. It blocks brave recovery, it blocks HP damage, and I don't think it blocks HP damage, but I think you can't recover as well. You can't recover HP as well. And again, the HP recovery, I could be wrong about that, but yeah, it is a pretty annoying thing to deal with. You can't recover brave, so you're doing 0 all the way. I also it's also possible to dodge with Aerith's LD, which is what I did. The only reason why I think one of my previous runs I actually wasn't able to block that debuff was because the LD buff on Aerith ran out. So yeah, that was pretty annoying to deal with. So yeah, once I go into force time, I'm using I can't remember his name for the life of me. Athos, right? So I'm using Athos as the base call, and the other 2 were just echo. So Vincent isn't able to get much, and also Aerith's force time isn't able to get much as well, probably because of I'm not sure whether it was because the enemy was in force time or because I haven't gone into Aerith's burst. But yeah, it's not the 100%, it was just the 80%. So yeah, I decided to use the second force time later on. Right here, I actually made a different play. What I should have done was just straight up gone into Aerith's burst, went into summon, gone into summon, and then just use all the echoes inside the summon, because that will actually reduce. Actually, I don't think it will reduce, because Aerith's turn is just like that, right? She has the 2 instant force time and then 1 move that you have to use no matter what. So I guess I won't be able to save any of my force time in the sense, just when I do the damage basically. When how much damage I will do inside the summon and the summon's damage itself. But yeah, so I went to summon just so that I don't have to waste Raijin's debuff on basically just normal moves. I wanted to go into Ethos burst sequence with Raijin's call up, so that when the burst sequence ends, if it's possible, I want the boss to immediately take a turn, but it's highly unlikely. So I want the Raijin call to be up, so that on the off chance Aerith isn't able to take a turn, then I will still be able to survive that first Red Aura move. There's 3 in total. I believe it's 79, 59 and 29. I'm pretty sure those are the health gates, right? So yeah, and the boss has to do that 3 moves before he die. I made the mistake of assuming that 1 move will just, you know, if you pass all 3 thresholds, you only do that 1 move and that's it. No, you will still do all 3 moves, so you gotta be a little bit more careful there. So yeah, once you bring him down to that 1%, just play it very defensively. Just make sure that you are not taking too many turns to the point where you're triggering force time, and if you do trigger force time, make sure that you don't get that debuff, because then you won't be able to kill the boss if you have no more calls. On the off chance that you do trigger that debuff, I don't think that HP sap counts towards the HP requirement for the stage. But if it does, then I guess you have to restart. If it doesn't, then you know, you'll be able to finish the boss with a call, because the boss should be at 1 HP. So it doesn't matter how much damage you do as long as you do 1. So yeah, if you have flames on everyone, then a damaging call doesn't even matter how much damage, as long as it does 1 damage. As long as that 1 call does damage, you should be able to clear the stage. So yeah, that's it for the entire fight. Honestly, I finished him off in Ethos burst sequence because of how much damage Ethos does. But yeah, you know, the three turns that he has to take is pretty annoying. So yeah, just let him take 3 turns, play defensively, and don't use summon obviously. I made the mistake of using summon. And just make sure that you have enough spare turns, because I finished this on 17 turns and there's only 55 available. So that's another thing you want to take note of. Don't spend too much time trying to set up, trying to lay up for that perfect turns. You don't really have to. He is pretty tanky, but if you're running this, if you're running Ethos, I'm pretty sure he has no issues killing this boss. So yeah guys, I'm just gonna end the commentary right here. After this burst sequence, it's just making sure that Ethos takes 3 turns with Raijin Core or Sezer's Core being up, or Aerith's burst effect being up. So yeah, that's it for the entire fight. I think I covered most of the mechanics. If you're letting him take turns, just make sure that your HP is topped off, because he does love to spam HP attacks. And also bring some debuff evasion if you're letting him go into force time. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
何もかも砕け散るがいい。